Ladies and gentlemen, this is internet personality Vangelus, and it's time to see what Japan's Arms Micron line did with the suave and stylish Decepticon medic Knockout. They gave him a crab. Spoiler alert. Once again, if you want to see the full assembly and stickering process, check out the V-Build video. Knockout was one of the first Arms Micron toys I actually put together, and most of the process was pretty fun. The number of flat stickers on flat car panels helped. I do want to take a second to show the unstickered version of the vehicle mode since its base colors are so very different from the North American version. Knockout is a delicious candy red all over the place. Even with his stickers applied, it's clear that screen accuracy was a secondary intention on the part of Takara Tomy. His red plastic has even got a metallic swirl to match the paint on his roof. Aside from ditching all of the maroon paint for an even sheen of candy red, Medic Knockout instead uses that color on a trio of new Micron-ported parts that hug his hood and doors. I haven't tried removing these new parts, but those who have mention that they're outright glued on, so you gotta pry them hardcore if you want to remove them. They also have inner vent detail sculpted on, making them feel like souped-up street racing supplemental material. Your mileage may vary on these bits, especially since they interfere with the Repro Labels Knockout set's door stickers. Once you've flipped and twisted Medic Knockout into his robot mode, those extra maroon chunks stay in the forefront as he appears to have gained a big piece of chest armor. That part in particular has turned some folks off of this version of the toy, and all I can offer in return is that thanks to the other two extra pieces now on his forearms, it at least feels like a cohesive set of additional plating. Thanks to the stickers, Japanese Knockout does have a marked visual improvement in his shins and knees, which now have more than one color. The chromed maroon on his shins is particularly nice to look at, and the stickers do a decent job of hugging the sculpted detail even on those curvy surfaces. It's also worth mentioning that the clear plastic in his light piping is colorless now. I think this looks a lot worse, though I admit it's not very hard to fix with some pens or paint, and a lot of patience dotting that pink pupil in. Let me tell you about my boy Gra, or Gura as they say in Japan. He's a brown, one-eyed robot fiddler crab with cannons inside of his claws. One of those claws is huge and shiny, while the other's implied? He can wave his arms around a bit, but otherwise is unposable. His transformation is pretty neat, turning him into a representation of Knockout's staff weapon. What's more interesting is that you can easily tweak things to have Gra also become a rifle. Having two very distinct and contained alt mode possibilities, not needing other bots plugged into him to pull them off, really sets him apart as an Arms Micron. Compared to Prid Knockout's less intriguing weapon, Gura's the wrong color and a lot bulkier, but also a lot more fun to play with. I think Arms Micron Knockout's definitely worth a look given his visual differences and the lovely little Micron. However, I also like the Knockout mold. If you found the toy to be lacking, this probably won't change your mind much at all. I've noticed that going full candy red did get some of the naysayers of the Prid release to take a gamble, but beneath the skin, this is the same figure. Anyway, this has been internet personality Vangelus, and I'll readily admit that I've got a bit of a Knockout bias. I like the character and enjoy the deluxe mold, but I can guarantee you that those criteria don't mean I end up liking something when it shows up in Arms Micron. I can very much guarantee you that.